Your club are going to spend money this season on gear, on physio, and maybe on video analysis. And the one thing that decides whether your players are actually available in September or not is how you condition them. And that's very usually a guess. Same session, same distances, but for vastly different players. Backs and forwards, different profiles, different shapes and sizes. I built a tool that fixes that, and it takes about time to do as it takes to fill in a team sheet. Let me show you how you do it. Conditioning is one of the most complex planning problems that a coach will have, and it's the one that often gets the least structure. This program gives you a bespoke plan for the whole squad, and one that you can run day to day without having a sports scientist standing on the sideline. The core problem with building a program for athletes is that there's no one solution for all the players. So this master planner, if you look here, it has a start page, athlete profiles, the build block, and more. Okay. At a very simple level, what we need is a name, a running score for the 6-minute run, a sprint speed, and a position. We'll say this is a forward. And that's going to help us to build out the program for this athlete, but for the group as well. So this is giving us, this is where we put in our numbers, players, 2 scores, and what position they are, right? That's going to tell us whether they're aerobic, hybrid, or speed or sprint profile, okay? From there, we're going to build our season, or whether it's off-season, pre-season, or in-season, okay? So you may decide to build a before we get back together season of 4 weeks, right? And you ask the players to train twice a week. Okay, you can give them this, and that will be off season. Okay, 8 sessions, 4 power sessions, 4 capacity sessions, 8 explosive sessions. Okay, down there, if you see the little scroll, different types of training, repeat sprint training, extensive running, etc., etc. Okay, in the off season, we tend to go after their weaknesses or their limiters, whereas in the pre-season we move from limiters slowly into their strengths, and in season it will always be strengths, right? A common approach would be a 12-week pre-season that may include some games. We'll say we're going to do 3 sessions a week, and it's pre-season. We want to do 2 explosive sessions. These are all built into it, and you can go into more, you will get more detail in the program when you open it up. But just to give you a quick insight here, so we've gone from the athlete profiles, we put it in there, it's building elsewhere. Now we're building the team program overall, and the master planner is going to do a lot of the work for us. So week 1, session 1, right? I could change this if I want, but let's just go with that, right? Week 1, session 1, it is telling us here our pods, aerobic profile athletes, hybrid profile athletes, speed, sprint profile athletes, okay? And it will give their actual names there, okay, when you fill it in completely. So you might just work out the running for them, depending on what it is. Intervals for the speed profile, so they're doing 60 meters. The fastest ones are doing 65, because they won't all exactly be the same. And this is a critical part of it. So you put a cone out at 60 and you put a cone out at 65. And they might be doing 15 seconds on, 15 seconds off. These guys are running 3-minute runs. Okay, so we expect them in early season to be able to make whatever it says there, 800, 825, or whatever. You may work out a 200-meter track. You might just do up and downs 100 meters of a rugby field, and they have to do it 7.5 times or 8 times or 8.5 times or whatever. Okay, ballpark is good enough, particularly early in the season. So that's going to give you a simple but very specific conditioning guide week to week, training session to training session, right, which is going to change. As you can see, the numbers changing there as they go higher and higher with similar type training sessions. Hybrid profile is doing something different. Sprint profile are doing something different again. So this is a squad running sheet. You could have it on your phone, the side of the field, and get one person to look after the different groupings, okay, an assistant coach or whatever. Or alternatively, you can print this out. Also, and this might be particularly useful for players who might miss a training session, that they at least do the conditioning part. These will be all names here. We can say John, week 5, week 2, session 3, short intervals for aerobic power, 2x10, should be getting 48 meters for a 10-second rep. And then there's 20 seconds between reps. Okay, so he's doing 2 sets of 10 of 10-second reps. Fairly straightforward. Okay, so you could do it that way, or you can do the whole squad, whatever way is needed, and depends obviously on your resources. So 2 numbers per player, and it hands you the profile, the pods, and the session. That's the whole job. It protects your lads who are quick, develops the ones who need aerobic capacity, develop the ones who need speed, and it keeps the plan light when the season's on, so the bodies get the required rest game to game. If planning your squad's conditioning has always been part of you winging it, this is your fix, okay? The coach's planner is on profileperformance.com, and the link is in the bio or in the notes underneath. Thank you.